Hey guys, what's going on? In today's video we're going to be taking a look at the iPhone 6 mock-up, a case, and a comparison between the 5S, 5C, and iPhone 6 bodies. Let's get started. So first, looking at the device itself, you can tell that it definitely is a lot bigger than the iPhone 5 or 5S or 5C in comparison. Now, taking a look at the device, you can tell that the actual body of the device is a lot different. Starting out from the side, you can see that the sound on and off toggle switch looks almost exactly the same, and then moving down you can see that the volume rockers did gain a little bit of size there, length, probably a little bit easier to press on for sure. And then going down to the bottom, you can see that there are a couple changes here. First off, we still have the same Lightning USB connection, but to the left here we have the headphone jack and the microphone, and then also on the right side here you notice that there's just one bar of speaker. Now on the older iPhones like the 5S, 5C, you can see that there are two sides here on the bottom, but only one of them actually displays sound. The other one's for pickup. So that's why I think they just combined it into one on the 6, or so far that's what it looks like. Moving around to the right side, you can see that the power button is now located on the right side and not the top. Now that is a little bit different at first when you're thinking about it, because you're like, wow, the iPhone's always had it on the top, but there is some reason behind this. I think they make it like that because if you were to reach your finger all the way up to the top, it can be a little strenuous without sliding the phone down a little bit. Also, reaching all the way around the phone, I can barely reach my thumb to all four corners of this device. It is a little bit difficult, so to have to reach the power button on the top with just my index finger could be kind of annoying when it could be on the side where I can reach it with multiple fingers. So I think that's probably the main logic behind having it on the right side of the device instead of on the top. The camera layout of the device is almost exactly the same as it has been in the 5S and 5C, and also the iPhone 5, with the camera on the top and the sensor to the left of the earpiece. Now the back of this demo really hasn't had too much work done to it. As you can see, there's really nothing on the back at all, besides the camera location, which is most likely where exactly it'll be, but there's not a lot of really definition to it yet. But then again, this is only just a mock-up. There hasn't been a whole lot to it yet. So right here I have a case that was sent to me by another company to review. It's just a kind of a rubber stick-on case. And as you can see, the button layout is exactly the same as it is on the mock, with the longer buttons here on the side, and then the rocker right here, and then also the button, lock button on the right side. Now with the phone on it, you can tell that it actually fits perfectly all the way around with all the buttons lining up in the spot. And I got these from two separate people that sent them to me, so obviously there is some sort of logic here if there's two different companies sending me the same fitting model. In terms of size comparison, you can tell that it is definitely longer than the iPhone 5S, as well as quite a bit thinner. So this is definitely a big step up for Apple, seeing as generally their phones stay about the same size, don't really change that much, but then also to get this much thinner is pretty incredible for Apple, at least. And here's side by side with the iPhone 5C. Again, a lot thinner than the 5C and also extended in length. Both the 5C, 5S, and iPhone 5 were all 4.0 inch screens, so you wouldn't expect a whole lot of difference between the 5S and 5C comparison. And here's a comparison with all devices side by side. You can definitely see that the iPhone 6 sticks out a little bit. And I think I'm really going to like the size of it. It's closer to the size of the HTC One M8, Galaxy S5, Note 3. It's kind of all in that general size range what people are looking for. So I think Apple is making a pretty brave step jumping up to the 4.7. That way they can compete with all the other companies. Alright guys, well that is it. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please click subscribe and like, and also leave a comment below. If you'd like to connect with me on all my other social networking sites, you can see all those in the description below. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. Thanks, we'll see you in the next video.